Hello everybody, Jason Duff, New Age Revolution K for the second of two videos today. Right now we're going to take a look at my top 30 most memorable television moments. I don't know what we're up to. I think it's 15 maybe. I don't know if we'll be able to do 30. It's a little bit of a struggle trying to come up with 30. The 30 wrestling moments I can probably do. 30 television moments. I think I set the bar too high with that one. But I got something to talk about. And you know, again, I started this series, Top 30 Most Memorable Television Moments, as I bid adieu to television as we knew it. I bid farewell to cable. I bid farewell to network television. And I just kind of, stopped watching TV. All I watch now, as I've said before, is my collection, Blu-rays, 4Ks, television shows on DVD, YouTube. That's about it. I honestly, truly don't watch anything on television anymore. And, it kind of stings a little. But it doesn't, because whenever we go to a hotel or something, when we were in Florida, I'd throw the TV on at night. And they had, hotel cable. There was nothing to watch. There was absolutely nothing to watch. And, so I'm not missing anything. But today we're going to talk about television guilty pleasures is my number whatever most memorable television moment. What are guilty pleasures? They're shows that you wouldn't want anybody to know you watched at certain eras of your life. Maybe when I was in high school, there was a particular show that we'll talk about in a minute. That I didn't advertise too much. And there are shows today that I go back and watch and just feel very comfortable with, and liked them as a kid too, when it probably wasn't common for a 13 or 14-year-old boy to like the particular shows that I liked. And then there are some modern TV shows or channels, you'll see in a minute, channels that I could sit and watch. Back when I had cable, I could sit and watch all day, and I could fall asleep to it, and I would often fall asleep to it. So what are we talking about? Well, first of all, let's start with a guilty pleasure that I enjoyed as a kid and that I revisited as an adult with my child and enjoyed the heck out of it. Full House. Ladies and gentlemen, Full House is guilty pleasure number one for me. I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. I love the extreme cheesiness of it. I enjoy the extreme wholesomeness of at least the original series. I really like watching the characters grow up, and it's funny. I think there were a few laugh out loud moments of the original Full House that I revisited as an adult. But again, it was fun to watch it with my kids. And my kids are the ultimate bingers. They will literally sit on the couch for hours. So, if I was watching an episode of Full House with them, immediately as it ended, in unison, both of my kids would say, "Another one." So we watched Full House very quickly. And that led to another guilty pleasure, modern guilty pleasure, Fuller House. Now, Fuller House, 5 seasons on Netflix, however I just said that. Not the same wholesomeness as Full House. Fuller House, I believe, would have, in the 80s, would have not been advertised towards children. I think that Netflix Fuller House is actually an adult show that really, honestly, wasn't marketed towards kids, because there was no kid today watching Full House then. So the people who were watching Fuller House were people my age who grew up with Full House. And it was now, when you have an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old who don't get anything, they don't understand any of the adult humor, everything flew over their head. But there were multiple adult jokes in Fuller House that dealt with. It was mainly sexual jokes. You know, there was a lot of innuendo, sexual innuendo, if you will, all throughout Fuller House. Still a good show, still good lessons and themes and whatever. And, you know, the kids were enjoyable. I didn't hate any of the kids on Fuller House like I do on all other television shows that feature modern kids. I didn't hate any of the kids. I liked them all very much. I didn't hate any of the characters on Fuller House. I liked them all very much. But it was just, there was just a lot of adult themes and adult jokes. Actually, you know what? Aunt Becky. I don't like Lori Loughlin at all. I don't like the adult, the grown-up her. I don't like, you know, with the college scandal and she's married to that designer weirdo. They're just, she's annoying. Thankfully, she wasn't in the 5th season as she was battling legal issues. So Aunt Becky wasn't around. Guilty pleasure number 2, Fuller House. Fuller House, I will, look, we are a family here. I think I just spit something, but we are a family on the channel, the New 80s Revolution family. I teared up at the end of Fuller House. I did, because I think when they were all saying goodbye in Fuller House, spoiler alert, they were all crying, and I think that they were legit crying. And it was a couple of years before Bob Saget died. I think Series 5 ended maybe 2 or 3 years before Bob Saget died. And so I'm watching the show knowing that Danny Tanner is dead, you know, in real life. And, you know, so I got a little weepy at the end. And of course, Liam laughed at me and threw cheese at me, I think, to get me to stop. All right. Let's go backwards. You all know that a guilty pleasure of mine is The Golden Girls. I love that show. I love The Golden Girls, and I loved it when I was a kid. I loved it when it first aired. It was on Saturday night. It was at 9 p.m. Empty Nest was after Golden Girls at 9:30, and then like the 10 o'clock Saturday night show came on, whatever that was, Hunter or whatever. But I loved The Golden Girls then and now. There's something extremely comforting about The Golden Girls, to the point where I know that watching it as a kid and watching it as an adult, I wanted to live in the Golden Girls house. I thought that the Golden Girls house could possibly be the most comfortable house ever because it's decorated by old ladies. It's all comfort. It's great. It's warm. It's cozy, except for the rattan, except for the wicker furniture. We got to get rid of that. But I just love The Golden Girls. I think it's such a comfortable show. I'll save the big one for the end. You're not going to be surprised, and maybe it's not that guilty of a pleasure, but in modern times, QVC, the shopping channel, QVC, the home shopping channel. There's actually a home shopping network, and then there's QVC. I love QVC. Love it. Haven't seen it in forever because we don't have cable. But I would watch the food shows on QVC for hours. In the Kitchen with David is kind of got that Full House cheesiness to it. David Venable is the host. He's the most cheesy guy in the world. But again, something very warm and comforting about QVC. Honestly, just the food shows. I didn't watch the clothing. Food shows, the Christmas decoration shows, and their Northern Nights sleep, like sheets and blankets and comforters. I would watch that. I don't know why. It was just comforting. I would watch it, and yes, I've ordered a few things off of QVC throughout my life. Yes, I have. I don't know. QVC is just a comfortable channel for me to watch. I don't know. All right, the big one, you could maybe tell by the title, you know, shout out to Brandon, Dylan, Kelly, Brenda, Donna, David. Yeah. Of course. Steve Sanders. Andrea Zuckerman. Of course. Yes, I'm here to say that I was and am a fanatic of Beverly Hills 90210. It's true. I watched it faithfully in high school. I am not proud or embarrassed to say that I tried to style my hair like Jason Priestley back in the day. Whatever that sort of flippy 50s style sort of, I can't go like this and tell you what, but I tried. And how do you get that look? Lots of spritz, lots of grape smelling Aussie spritz, it was called. Where my hair was like crisp. Jason Priestley's hair, I'm sure you could run your fingers through, and who wouldn't want to? But mine was like, and I smelled like grapes all day because I used that Aussie spritz to try to get my hair to look like that. Did I have sideburns in high school? Sure, when I could grow them. Sure, I rocked the sideburns. I rocked the Jason Priestley hairstyle, and I copied some clothing. God, this is awful. I had the t-shirts with the rolled up sleeves, a la Jason Priestley, right? Tucked into your jeans, nice big black belt. Yup. That was me, folks. I loved the 90210. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And love it as an adult. Absolutely. Have the box set upstairs. Can't wait to crack it open. We're finishing up the Wonder Years. Beverly Hills 90210 might be next. It's a lot of seasons, and it's an hour-long show. I don't know if I want to dive into that right now. Maybe, but I'm dying to watch it. I love the show. Love the show. Don't love everything about it. I mean, as with any show, the last few seasons I don't like when they're all grown up and adult. They're not even in college anymore. They're just like adults. And Dylan's off the show, and Priestley's off the show, and Shannon Doherty's long gone. And really the show is just centered around Kelly, Jenny Garth and Matt, her boyfriend, Donna, and some dude named Noah who lives on a boat because he's really cool. And that's like it. Andrea gets married and leaves the show, I think. I think at one point it's just down to Kelly, Donna, David, and a couple of like new characters. Steve Sanders is always there. But yeah, the main guys leave, Priestley and Luke Perry. But so you got to see it through. But I love the high school years. I love the college years. I love the summer breaks when they have summer seasons in the summer where they're like out of school and they're working on the beach, and I just love it. I love it. I love Beverly Hills 90210. I just do. I met Andrea Zuckerman. Stop it! Oh, with the jumping. I met Gabriella Carteris, Andrea Zuckerman, and I met Jason Priestley, and that was awesome because I kid you not, folks, with a what do they say? A staunch record of heterosexuality. Jason Priestley was a man crush for me. I told him that when I met him. I said, you were my man crush in high school. And we laughed and we took a picture laughing, and it was great. We were both laughing in our picture together because I admitted to Jason Priestley that I had a crush on him. Yeah. What are you going to do? You going to unsubscribe? I mean, come on. At Steel City Con in April or June, I'm not sure, Shannon Doherty is coming. Unfortunately, Shannon Doherty is dying of lots of cancer, but she's still making convention appearances. And I hope to go to Steel City Con and meet her because I don't know how much time she has left, sadly. Ian Ziering has done Comic-Cons. Tori Spelling did Chiller a couple of years ago. David Silver does, Brian Austin Green does Comic-Con. So, I love it. 90210. So those are some guilty pleasures. Some guilty pleasures. I can't think of any others. What about yours? What are TV shows that you didn't want anybody to know you watched? If your friends knocked on the door, you quickly turned it off and put on, Playboy Channel or something, or Sports Center. I don't know. But now you know. Now you know my deep, dark secrets about Jason Priestley. We'll see y'all next time. Maybe. Good night now.